I come from a dark place. Growing up in my situation wasn't easy. Dad was never around. Mom was constantly working to provide for all four of her kids. This took a toll on my mom that motivated me to take drastic measures and leave high school behind so I could bring in extra income to aid my mom. People may consider me a failure because I dropped out of high school. However, the way I see it, life didn't do me bad. I've learned many things that maybe I wouldn't have if it wasn't for what I went through. I now want to use myself as a way to set an example that no matter what you go through, there's a way you can change those around you and make a positive impact.
I come from a fortunate situation. 2 loving parents, a roof over my head, and never having to worry about anything outside of school. While I was blessed enough not to have to deal with other struggles others may have, I still see the opportunity to give back to those in need. I know I'm in a good position to help, so I do. I embrace where I'm at in life and want to be able to bring value to those that need it. My goal is to create something bigger than me and to bring us as people together. We know there are people like us around the world whose voice need to be heard.
So we are here to provide that voice for them because we carry the voice of the future.
But all right, y'all. So today we're gonna be talking about basically how the show came about, how we came together, and just like about us and how we got this started or whatnot. So
Yeah, so we want to thank you guys for coming back, checking us out. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all a lot. And like he said, this is kind of like, you know, if you listen to the intro, we talk about like a little bit, just a little bit. We specify on who we are, but really we want to talk to you guys about how this all came about, what our end goal is, and you know, really make you guys know the characters who are involved in this whole thing, who you're going to be spending your time listening to, because I feel like it's just as important as, you know, anything else. You feel me?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. All right, so volunteers to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead, you got it.
All right, so basically, well, first off, you guys haven't found out already. My name's Abdul. I'm originally, born in Ellicott City. Well, I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, but I was raised in Ellicott City, Maryland. And I went and moved down here to Powell Springs, Georgia, and that's where I met him. We first met in middle school when I remember seeing him. We were playing football.
Okay, here it comes.
And he was a fullback.
Yeah.
So, he had got the ball, and no one could tackle this nigga because he just running through all the...
I would.
But, from there, that was first time, first meet type thing. Then we somehow just ended up going to not the high school we were supposed to go to, but it was a high school called McEachern. We would originally, if we would stay at that middle school, you know how every middle school has a high school. We would have went to Osborne High School, but no, we both just happened to go to McEachern.
Shout out to McEachern, yo. Shout out to McEachern for it. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. But,
No.
Yeah. But we ended up meeting again at McEachern or whatnot. And from there, we first started hooping or whatever. But that's a little bit about how we started to meet. But me, I live here with my dad, my stepmom. I got a little brother and a little sister. Recently just graduated from high school. Getting ready to go to Chattahoochee Tech. It's a community college down here in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
But we just really, it happened one day. Me and Louise, we've always kind of had different perceptions and different ways to think, but we also had the same type of mindset at the same time. So we always connected, could come together to make stuff happen. It was just kind of
it's a weird vibe, bro.
Yeah, it's like when you see us two together, people oh, they're cool, they're cool people, whatever. Mm-hmm. But basically saying that, one day we were just just chilling like any ordinary day, and then he had came up with we had originally came up with the idea to do a show like this, but to make it funny. Yeah. But then he's funny. I can be funny time, but it wouldn't be as natural. Right. So we had came up with this idea to talk about problems in the world or just things, give our opinions on different things that are going on, different things people going on to build a community to kind of help each other out. Everybody in our community can help each other out, bring each other together.
Let me tell them why though.
Yeah.
So like we're just like you guys, and we're 18, we're young. There's a whole world ahead of us we haven't quite explored yet, and just like anybody else who goes through this, like you kind of sit there and ask yourself, what am I gonna do? You get past that age where you buy stuff, you have fun with your friends, you do all these type of things, and then when you're alone and it's time for you to really sit there and analyze what you want to do with your life, sometimes you don't know what you want to do. So me and him never really we quite didn't know what we were gonna do, but we knew somehow, some way, would you agree, we were gonna come up.
Yeah, we were gonna come up
for sure.
Yeah.
And I tried rapping, because here's the thing: we have things that we're good at aside from this that we wanted to, expand on. And even though we were good at those things, I can speak for myself, I was good at rapping, but I know deep inside that's not what I wanted to commit to, because that didn't bring me as much joy as something else. Like for example, this. I can say that with this, this brings me joy and it's so natural to me, just like how other things were. But this I can feel committed to, right? That just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, for sure. And also the same way, like I've tried plenty of things. I played almost any sport you can think of: soccer, football, basketball. Did acting. I did a lot of things, and I did YouTube for a little bit. But the only difference with this is, I feel like with this, I'm doing something bigger than myself, and I'm helping other people, which makes me happy and brings fulfillment to my life to be able to help someone else, and I know I'm in a position to do that. And also, this just comes natural. Like, I don't have to, with my old videos I did, my last channel, AB went viral. Like, I had to think, what are we going to do today, and just kind of come up with it on the spot. But with this, we kind of just go talk, and it turns into something like that it's worth hearing. It's a bigger goal, a bigger vision, and with this, it comes natural. I can literally take 30 minutes out of my day and make something like this, but it could impact somebody in a way that I didn't know could. So
for sure. Is there anything else you would like to say about yourself to them?
I mean, me, I strive to be the best person I can every day, and I have different ways I go about doing that, and that's also why this also fits me, because this is the way that I feel like I know I'm giving back every day, and other than that, there's not really more to say about me that.
All right, well, I'm gonna take control for a second. All right, like, just because I feel like this is very important for them. Talk to them about what your visions are, your morals, your views, because when I'm going to talk about myself too, and they want to know, or they're going to take interest in showing and seeing how genuinely we're different in our visions, but we both, like, for example, we both know we're going to come up together, but if we weren't going to come up, who are you as an individual, like, on a day-to-day basis compared to me, so they can see that we really are different, but we have, that connection where we want to come and be something bigger.
Okay. Well, first off, I guess you can say morals and values I have that make us different is one thing, me personally, one of my the 4 standards that I basically stick to is, I'm sure he does too, but it's don't be in jail, don't do any drugs, don't get into debt. I'm not a true believer in myself. I don't have a problem with tattoos, but I don't want any myself. And then not to get a girl pregnant. Those are just 5 things that I stick to myself by standard. I will never cross them, because those boundaries, I feel like they could set you back in a way that I don't want to be set back, and I'm trying to achieve something great. Right. So I've always known that I want to do something great. I'm interested in technology. I look at the people like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg into what they could create, and I'm probably more technical guy that does all the all that other stuff. But basically saying that, besides that, I played a little more sports than he did. I played football for about 8 years, and we pretty much we have different perspectives, and we do different things. We're not the same people, but we just can't. We're both coming together to make this both happen. I come from, I guess you can say, like you see in the intro, I come from a more fortunate situation. And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm not taking it for granted, taking it for granted anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much about me.
What's that? Well, to those of you who don't know, I'm Luis, and I'm the other half of this project that we're doing. And like you guys heard in the video, I did drop out of high school. I don't have it easy, even now. You know what I'm saying? But still managed to keep a smile on my face. Still managed to see the positive side of things. Mom and dad always fighting, split up when I was very young because it wasn't working for them. So those of you who have been through a divorce and have to deal with not irresponsible parents, but parents who don't understand that their problems are their problems and they shouldn't get the child involved, you know how it can be so terrible dealing with a situation like that where your parents still argue even though they're not together. So that was always going on in my life. Mom had to work to provide for a lot of us, because, I mean, I don't want to get too personal into what my mom's decisions and choices on her life was, but basically nobody could ever support her and stick around, so she had to come up on her own way to provide for us. That led me to take a choice to get a job with my grandma in order to supply for my mom while being able to pay things, because my mom was never able to do more than put a roof over our head and buy us the essentials like shampoo, deodorant. You know what I'm saying? You want some Air Force Ones? You gotta work for it. You want jewelry? You gotta work for that. You want a tattoo? You gotta work for that. I'm not supplying that for you. You want branded clothes? You gotta work for that as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I want to let you know the difference between what he just said. I paid for one pair of shoes my whole entire life. I've never had to come out of my own pocket or own money, pay for my own shoes. My dad handled all of that for me, and he had to drop out of school to handle his situation at home for a job. With me getting my first job, it was McDonald's. My dad and them were friends with the manager, so you're not saying it was hand given, but I had a connection, so it wasn't very hard for me to get out there, get that job.
Now I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I've been working since 14, and it's funny because I started working at 14 seriously, like 8-hour shifts. I probably shouldn't be saying this because that's probably illegal, but like no, that's just the way life is. Though. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Yeah. And I started working when I was 14. It's funny. I created an account on Snapchat that I still use. If you guys want to, follow me on Snap, called Moneyman.6. And from the age of 15, I kind of, there's people that know I'm gonna go and be this after high school. Those of you who are in my situation, that once you touch money, and you have that monetary value that you're getting on your own, you kind of don't care as much about school. And that's just me being frank. Like, yeah, I was struggling, but I also had that factor in me where I got money and I'm being able to work. I really don't care about school because I have that income coming in. But that's just another thing about me. I've been working since I was 14. So the difference between me and him is Abdul is like the GOAT of technicalities. Like, dude is super organized. He lives his life like he's an aspiring person when it comes to keeping an order of things. He has knowledge that I probably will never gain, but that's fine because we're two different people. He's definitely more tech, like he said, he's a tech guy. Like I be sitting there looking dumb when he does those things, and that's fine because the things I'm good at, are more hands-on. And like for example, I love
some things he might be good at that I might not be good at. Some things I might be good at, he might not be good at. So it balances out.
It balances out for sure, dude. We work together. I feel like we work together great. But yeah, that was most of my life. I deal with a lot of legal situations right now, and I'm trying to get my stuff together so I can drive, you know what I'm saying? So I can, what I want to, he has his values. He shared with you guys 4 values. My values in life, when it's all said and done, if I don't get to be bigger than what I want to be and all of that, I would just really be happy with, having my own car because I have to work for all of that stuff, Life would be complete for me if I could just get my own car, have my own house someday, establish a relationship with a female and have kids. That would be ideal for me. And it's funny because we live in a world where that's the standard. You know, the success isn't that. Success is being a millionaire and having clout and this many followers. With me, I would just be happy with, you know, a normal lifestyle. But this opportunity, I'm blessed and to have it because I feel like an example like mine is so common. Yet, you guys who are in my shoes, you need to understand we can be more than that, and we will be more than that if you guys just listen to us and, you know, follow us on this journey to success together. I'm pretty sure you guys will learn that no matter where you come from, whether you have it really good or whether you don't, it's what you do with what you were given more than what you actually have.
Yep, because you can think about it like this. In the type of situation that I'm in, I could, you know, have all this. I could be accepting of it. I could be like, well, you know, I do have it, you know, good, and maybe I should just do the same thing for my family. But with my mindset, I'm like, yeah, I like what I have, but I have more ambition to do my life a little bit different, and I'm gonna let you guys know that now. So with me, you know, if I had a house like this in my dad's, yeah, I would be happy, and, you know, I would feel like I'm in a good place. But my path's a little different. I want to be able to, first off, I want to be able to make money from a laptop and online, because that's just, you know, what I'm good at. And on top of that, it would be allow me to be on my own time and to travel the world and learn new things. So even though I'm come from a good situation, I still have ambitions and want to do things. And what I'm doing right now, and with this whole project that we're working on, this is something bigger than me and something that, you know, I want to do. I could just be, you know, I could just be regular and, you know, not reach for anything outside of me, you know, be happy with where I am. But yeah, I'm happy with where I am and I appreciate it. But I want to be able to, I feel like in my position, I should be able to bring more value to the world. Based on all of the resources that I've been given, I should be able to make more out of it, not just let it go to waste. Because I know someone that's in his position, if they were put in my position, given all these resources, they would definitely make something out of it. So there's no reason I can't.
Well said. Now, I feel like you just transitioned us with what you just said, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a good way to transition into our purpose. Like, we're gonna get to this point, and this is the last part where we explain to you guys what our end goal is, what we want to do with this, how you guys can help us establish this and make this a thing we could do full time. And, you know, do you want to start by explaining them what all we have in store for them, with the purpose of this and all of that?
You want me to let them know everything we got planned and like.
Yeah, as far as everything you wanna let them know.
All right. Okay, so saying that, although we say you guys know a little bit more about us, we both came from two different backgrounds together with two different mindsets, but with the same goal. And that goal is
be better,
help,
right? Be better, help others.
Be better, yeah, but help others. The purpose of this YouTube channel show, you know, project, is to bring everybody together to show that, first off, don't be afraid to be you and be genuine. If you want to be that good person, be that good person. Don't let society, you know, down you or make you feel like you can't be yourself.
Can I say something? Why?
Yeah,
because you just brought up a good point. Basically, you know, the name of this channel and the purpose is a voice too soft to be heard. Why did we go with that theme? Because we feel as though nowadays there's not enough people who keep it real, right? Like, it's so easy for everybody to go with what people say, you know, that type of clothing is what you should be wearing, and that only. And if you're not wearing that, you're not accepted by society. We're not cool with that. There's definitely a way to express yourself beyond what society standards are.
Yeah.
And, you know, sorry to interrupt you, but I just felt like this was a good time to clarify what we stand for. We know that there's different types of ways to go around and still be you and be successful. So just wanted to add that to what you were saying.
Yeah. And what I want to have an impact on y'all life is by, you know, getting inspiration, seeing us doing these videos, but we're going to try to cover as many problems, as many, you know, topics that need to be discussed in this world that we live in, to try to make the light out of it, you know, to bring us together to see, you know, what we can do to fix it or what we can do to become better. And just saying that, you know, it doesn't just stop with us. It starts with y'all too, because when y'all are sharing our videos, you know, commenting, things, your own opinions too on how you think we should fix it. We're all coming together as people to make this happen, and that's going to be the beauty of it. At the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do: bring people together to fix problems and solve things that people may be going through, and just to bring us together as people to make something, like I said, bigger than just me and him, because it's you guys too.
Yeah, that was really good, bro. That was well said.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much it. But if I had to add anything onto that, you know what I'm saying, make it better. Really, like he said, we are nothing without y'all, and we want this to impact you in a way where one day you don't have to watch these videos anymore for you to know that your opinion matters. We basically want to solidify and build an environment around you where you can be set up for success. Because luckily, me and him are physically in touch and we met. But you, who you might be watching this by yourself in your room, there is somebody out there who meets your other half, who, if you linked up with them, if you took the time to go out there and love people and maybe build a bond with somebody, you could also start your way to becoming successful with people around you that support you and
to have the same mindset. And
exactly.
You wanna surround yourself around people that have your same mindset and want to achieve, have your morals and values and want to have the ambition and want to achieve things in life. That's a key thing in life. Surround yourself, or what you want to be, surround yourself around that.
And listen, you guys are now part of the family. If you're watching this, you are just as much as involved in what we want to do.
Yeah, that's facts.
So with this being said, I wanna encourage you. Don't let them tell you you're crazy. Don't abide by what society feels like is right. That doesn't mean be stupid, be crazy. Oh, he told me I could be crazy and change the world, so I'm gonna go out there and be reasonable. Like use your thinking, like reason first. But we know together we can make a change, and we can do it, bro. We for sure can change people.
And I see what Luis said, but I'm gonna tell you, don't be reasonable. Don't be reasonable with what you can do. Do what you think is right, and if others think it's crazy, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Be willing to die for your cause. Don't be reasonable.
Sure.
Don't be unreasonable, because to other people, we might be unreasonable.
Yeah.
We're trying to change the world. We might be called crazy to do that, but in our minds, we know we can do that, and we're gonna do it. So don't be reasonable. So.
Well said, bro. No, I like that.
Yeah.
For sure. But is there anything else we could add to this, bro? I feel like we were very spot on who we are, what we want to do.
I think we were pretty spot on too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, if there's nothing much to say, I do want to say thank you guys for stopping by, watching us.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. I'm pretty sure he loves you as well.
I just want to say, drop any questions you have that you want us to answer, and I will answer every single comment and question you have about us. Every single one. And if it takes me a whole day, I will do it. But, just get active in the community, ask questions, things you think that we can do to make a positive impact, and bring it to our channel, and we will do that. So, saying that, thank you guys for tuning in today.
One more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be afraid to be that voice, because that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
We're a voice too soft to be heard right now, but let's build that voice up. Let's come together, and let's do this.
Yes, sir. All right.
Hey.
Yeah,
we got it.
I kind of forgot I got it. It's all good.